Channel Johnny Alltech here, middle class tech guy. Feeling a little magna cum laude today. Figured I'd throw on my bling bling. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, mining. Stick around for future videos. They're going to get better. Got another computer on the way to render these videos. This one's been strictly mining lately. My cards are tied up. Really need the money to pay for that computer. And since Zydax isn't keen on me using their GPUs to mine with and said that they won't let me use their program to return it for another GPU, I can't use their GPU to mine, so I will only use it for rendering Zydax. I'll make sure that only happens. Okay. Anywho, what is mining? What is cryptocurrency? Is it worth pursuing? What should I use if I choose to? Well, let's start off at the beginning. Mining started with that big coin that starts with a B. Can't say the name of it. Not allowed on Facebook. One of the 15,000 words that's banned. Believe it or not. It started by a guy named Satoshi Nakamoto. Hence why, if you ever have mined, it's stored in little currencies called Satoshis. Basically, it is an increment of a percentage of the B coin. And, different mines produce different currencies. And when you mine, basically what you're doing, you're using your graphics card, your GPU, you're using its hash power to verify 1 megabyte, just 1 megabyte, of anonymous transactions. And what is hash power, you say? Well, hash power essentially is your GPU's ability to get a 64 hexadecimal number that is less or equal to the target hash. And it's basically your computer doing a whole lot of guesswork. You're leasing your GPU and running transactions, and it basically happens like this. First, you verify 1 megabyte, a block of a transaction, and that's the easy part. And the second part, not so easy. Then you have to try to beat every other single computer that's in the pool to arriving to the correct answer, which would be the 64 hexadecimal code. You have to try to beat them to completing the process, which is known as the proof of work. And you're rewarded for completing that process with pennies from heaven. No, not pennies from heaven. An increment of a coin. Well, or cryptocurrency. As I said, depending on, what kind of mine you're in. Now, myself, I choose to mine Ethereum. Now, this is because Ethereum has much more room for growth than the previous coin I was speaking of. Ethereum, a lot of people, for some reason, think is going to stall out. And that's actually couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, there's actually been a quite big news about Ethereum. Ethereum is, as far as I know, the second biggest cryptocurrency on the market, and has been on the rise. It is one of the biggest targets, and it is about to move status. It was supposed to happen in 2022, but now the creator, Vitalik Buterin, one of the youngest crypto billionaire, the newest youngest crypto billionaire, yes, billionaire, is saying that what they're calling the merge might happen at the end of 2021. Not even might. He's pretty confident this is going to happen at the end of 2021. And what that means for everybody, this moving from proof of work to proof of stake status, that means that's going to put the power into the coin holders' hands. And that is going to make everything more efficient and run faster for Ethereum, make the hash rates better, make people be able to make money better, and that's going to put worth of the coin through the roof. And they're saying that the cap on the coin is going to be somewhere around $40,000 a coin. And right now it's around $4,000. And up until today, it's seen a pretty steady rise. Today, it dropped down a little bit. I mean, some people might have gotten worried, saw it as a crash. But, I mean, when it's been going up almost 15 to 20% a week, if not more, and it crashes 15% in one day, I'm not going to get mad. You lose a couple bucks and then you just keep on packing it in. Because right now, it's the same situation that people were in when they had the coins with the B on them back when they were at the beginning. If you had 1/10 in your tank and it wasn't worth that much and you held on to it, well, guess what? That 1/10 is now worth almost, well, I'm sorry, one full one is now worth 50 G's. So 1/10 of that is worth 5 G's. Sorry, I had to do the math. Little tired, sorry. But yeah, so you do the math. I mean, if it's up to 40 G's for those coins when they go up, 1/10 of those coins, yeah, $4,000 in the bag, baby. So the people who are sitting here trying to say that Ethereum is going to stall out, no siree, Bob. Hold on to those Ethereum coins if you're mining them, because that's where it's at, kid. Ethereum, bet that. Now, is it worth pursuing? Absolutely. I was pursuing mining when I only had an NVIDIA GTX 1660. Now, don't get me wrong, I had a 1660 overclocked edition, which I still have, and it's in there, working with my other card. And it was also named as one of the best cards to mine with for its size and differential to paying back its worth. But regardless of all that, it does do pretty good work. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but I think it's always worth it. I mean, unless you have a 1 megabyte or 2 megabyte card to where you're barely able to do anything with it, mine it. If you don't game, or you just have a card that's sitting there and you want to make some extra cash, mine it, baby. Why not? I'm sick of hearing gamers getting mad at us miners because we use our cards for gains. It's not our fault. We paid for these with our cash out of our pocket. If you want to go buy a card, you can choose how you want to do what you want to do with it. I'm not going to sit here and get mad at you for going and gaming with your card. So why are you going to get mad at me for what I'm doing with it? I can understand if you're getting mad at the guy who says, yeah, I have 72 EVGA 3060 Ti's and I'm only selling them to miners, and I'm only selling them at 18,500 plus, and you have to bid on eBay for it. Miners only, and I will not split the pallet. That guy, get mad at that dude. But don't get mad at the little guy who's on Facebook asking about a mining question and saying, "Oh, you're ruining the gamerverse for us because you're taking up the cards for real gamers." Boo hoo. Stop it. They're a consumer just like everyone else. And guess what? There's people who aren't getting vehicles because of the silicon and semiconductor shortage. It's not just you. And if you had the money for a card, you'd go out and get one. Because that's what I did. And guess what? I'm recouping my money by mining. Sorry. Not sorry. Anywho, now if you want to continue on to learn about mining, what should you use? Not nice hash. And why? Oh, so many reasons. Well, let's start right from the beginning. Like when they were hacked. Yeah, sure, they paid everybody back. Okay. They hacked people when their coins were worth $14,000 to $16,000 each, and paid them back when their coins were worth $4,000 to $6,000 each. We didn't forget Nice Hash. I didn't. Okay, so moving on. Their fees. I mean, their cash out fees, their fees to send to a wallet. I mean, also, just mining on their site is just I've had my suspicions about it. I had two GPUs running and sat at the same number for 3 days, but said I was gaining money. I don't trust them. Their mining software kept shutting on and off and on and off, and that's just my personal experience. Just this past weekend, they tried to do a smear campaign against Phoenix Miner because Phoenix Miner does not want to sign their software. Because they signed their previous software, CG Miner, and when they did that, it essentially disappeared from the internet. So, Nice Hash tried pressuring them to do it, and they refused. So, Phoenix and several other miners removed themselves from Mega Uploads, and nobody's sure what's going to happen, if they're gone, if they're going to come back. Nobody's sure what's going on, but they do know that they refuse to be a part of this ridiculousness. Nice Hash trying to pressure them to sign their software. You know, who are they? Who are they to tell them to tell anybody to do anything? And I mean, they've been accused of collusion and I'm sorry. They had some other charges too. I can't remember them off the top of my hands, but they're they've had some shady practices at Nice Hash. There's just so many reasons I would never ever use their business again. I've been through a lot of miners because I wanted to find out which was the best software or hardware, because there is hardware as well, like ASIC miner. I mean, literally hardware made for mining, not like graphics cards. Graphics cards are made as graphical processing units. ASIC miners are made for mining, typically meant for the mining for the coin with the B on it, but with the rush of Ethereum, I don't know. But yes, I mean, there's so many ones, and you know, it's hard for people out there, especially people who aren't so tech savvy, and they want to get something that works easily with them, but they don't want to get ripped off. And I don't want to see you get ripped off, because I'm the middle class tech guy, and coming growing up middle class in New York, you got to make your money stretch. And that's why I mine to begin with, because I need the money. I'm a middle class tech guy. I'm trying to help you out here. So my words are words that I use for myself. Anyway, though, depending on your level of tech savviness, there are a couple miners that I can recommend. My personal miner that I use is Phoenix Miner. And as I said, unfortunately, it was removed from Mega this past weekend because of Nice Hash. And I cannot even explain to you how upsetting and disappointing that is. And just absolutely, utterly ridiculous. But I can tell you some stuff to avoid. Cryptex is one of them. Cryptex is basically another Nice Hash. Basically, what you're paying to do when you're using their software is you're mining Ethereum. Yes, you're using Dagger Hashimoto, which is an Ethereum algorithm. So you're mining Ethereum, which is exploding in value, and they're paying you with the B coin, which is going like this in value. Yeah. And Cryptex, even better. They give you the opportunity to buy your Ethereum back from them. First, you have to cash out in the B coin, and then you gotta pay even more to buy your Ethereum back from them. Oh my god. I don't, man. Cryptex and Nice Hash, you two deserve each other. You should get married and just jump into the mine together, jump into the mining pool. Unreal. I mean, Phoenix Miner, you can use Phoenix Miner and literally access Nice Hash's pool from Phoenix Miner if you really desired to. And honestly, even though something like Phoenix Miner seems above a lot of people because it's just a command line program and it doesn't have that cute, beautiful GUI, the graphical unit interface, you know, with the pretty numbers and sparkly cryptex or nice hash logo telling you all your information right away in real time, because that's what you're paying for. You're not paying you're not paying for anything else. You're just paying for that cute little GUI box. That's that's where all the money's going, man. Is that cute little GUI box? That's what they want you to pay for, because they look good. And the ones that don't look good, that intimidates other people. And if you really took a few minutes, some of them aren't really that hard to understand. Like Phoenix Miner. Phoenix Miner, it looks scary. But when you get down to it, you just open up a batch file, you put your wallet number in there, you go on to the website for Ethereum, for the ethereum.org. You choose the pool that you want to go in there, which most people in the United States go in the US pools. I'm not even sure if you can access the pools for Asia, because honestly, if anybody could, I would. I mean, the biggest pools for Ethereum are in Asia. That's where all pretty most of the pools for Ethereum are in Asia. So, I mean, if I could mine there, I would. But I'm not sure if you can access them in the U.S. I'm not sure. Possibly via VPN. I don't know. But VPNs tend to be slow unless you're paying for one. So keep that in mind. Um, but if you're if you're doing that, I mean, you can even go and watch a video, or even message somebody like me, and I'd be happy to help you, because I'm the middle class tech guy, and we got to stick together. But all you got to do is just, take the information off of the site that they give you, and take the information of your own and pop it in there. And then you just double click on that batch file and money starts flowing. But as I said, that intimidates some people, and especially when it comes to newer users, it can be difficult, and I understand that. But don't be fooled by nice hashes, sparkly little GUI, and their fake commercials and fake ads or whatever else it is that they're putting out these days to try to reel people into their services. I know people have said they had respectable gains from their service, but believe me when I tell you, not as much as if you go right to the pool yourself. Trust me when I say, find yourself some hardware or some software like Phoenix Miner or like CG Miner. Yeah, CG Miner actually is back on the internet now, as far as I know. Um, Also, some other miners, Claymore Miner. Um, Claymore Miner is another one. Uh, but really, the one that I have to stand behind more than any is Phoenix Miner. And as I said before, I know it does carry a little bit of a degree of difficulty with it, but at the same time, it's worth that couple extra minutes to either ask somebody to help you or look it up and do the work yourself. Because that extra couple minutes could be an extra few bucks a day. And when you're running your computer 24/7, I don't know about you, but I want to get every dime I can out of it. I'm not running my computer and having it work constantly for nothing. I'm going to get everything I can out of it. I'm not going to beat this puppy up for nothing. I spent a lot of money on this computer. I love this. I put my heart and soul into it. It means a lot to me. And when my Zydax PC comes in, that one I'm sure will grow on me soon enough. But then I'll be probably trading it in for their trade-in program to get a better one. So that one won't grow on me as much as the Black Widow over here. But just keep in mind, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with mining. And you don't have to sit there and feel bad about what you're doing. And don't sit there and think for 1 second that a gamer wouldn't snatch that card out of your hands in a heartbeat if they could. So, if you paid for your card, it's yours. Don't listen to anybody about what you should or shouldn't do with it. It's yours. Mine it out. Do whatever you want with it. Play games with it. Mine with it. Do both. Don't do anything with it. I don't care. Nah, you shouldn't waste it though, because that'd be silly. But unless you can't pay for the electricity, in which case, hey, we're all broke right now. It's a pandemic. But hey, thanks again for joining my channel. It's the Middle Class Tech Guy here, and you have yourself a safe and wonderful week. Have a good day.